Let's start with this video. There's a lot of news in here. We're gonna check out like three news videos for one video. It says, "Do you like Nijisanji?" So I'm interested to see what this is about because I do, in fact, like the Nijisanji talent.
Over the course of the last year or so, many people have been hating on Nijisanji management due to graduations, terminations, and the way they've just overall been handling their business and talents, at least from the outside looking in. And we haven't really gotten any word on any of this coming from any of the talents other than those that may have graduated or been terminated from the company. We haven't heard much from...
I mean, that makes sense. Like, say if you really did have a problem with your workplace, do you really want to publicly announce while you're still working for them, like, hey, I have a problem here? That it's not a great idea. Like, nobody should ever do that. If you really don't like your workplace, wait till your contract runs out or terminate. If it's really that bad, terminate the contract and then deal with the legal later. Like, if it's really like life threatening or life altering, something like that, or you just don't feel comfortable or safe, then yeah. But if you just don't enjoy the work, just I'd say thug that shit out, I guess. And then when you leave, speak your truth.
From people
if you don't sign an NDA.
That are still inside the company and how they feel about these people saying the things that they are about the company itself. Until about 2 weeks ago when Luca Kaneshiro actually spoke up against these haters and critics of the company and had this to say.
Is there anything that comes to mind?
I've seen this a couple times.
Oh, when people shit talk the
company he works
for. The company we work for.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, he also says like when he has issues, it doesn't mean he's okay with things that are going on. He just goes with
the
it.
Company, and I get that it doesn't make them feel very great. I don't think being upset and angry at people for criticizing the company the way they do should be right at all. Sure, it's an opportunity of
Let me read this.
For criticizing the company the way they do.
Of course, he can be upset at whatever. I should have worded this better. He understands why people are upset with the company. Yeah.
Be right at all. Sure, it's an opportunity of a lifetime, but that doesn't mean
Nijisanji
has to be horrible in the way they handle things. I don't think anyone actually hates the talents. I think everyone directs their anger towards the management, at least on the English side of things, because of them potentially blocking collabs a while ago and the many different issues people have had with management over the last year or so. No one has issues with the talents themselves. They're all great, and I always try and tell people when I make videos about Nijisanji to not attack or ask the talent about these situations at all, because it really has nothing to do with them. It's all to do with Nijisanji.
It's the behind the scenes.
We also recently had Alouette asking people if they like Nijisanji after receiving a donation, having this to say as well.
Do you guys like Nijisanji, guys? I'll wait for everyone to answer. Fan of the livers.
Yeah, fan of the livers.
And that's all we need.
But you sell something nice during your job.
You don't need anything else. As long as you guys are enjoying something about it, Niji, that's fine. Nothing will ever be perfect, guys.
Yeah, that's life.
If you want everything to be perfect, then you need to go to the mental hospital. I like the livers, that's about it. Okay, but like, if you think about it, there's no reason... Well, the thing is like, we're a VTuber company, so it's like, it would be really weird if you like the company and not the livers, It would make more sense if you like the livers.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense. Like, what would you like? Well, what else would you like about it if not the livers? Because
if there was something I would say I would like besides the livers, it would be the products outside of the livers that they ship. So the merchandise. If the merchandise was up to good quality, even if the livers themselves were like, all right, if the quality of the merchandise was good, I'd go ahead and get it. Like, let's say I'm not the biggest Anna Alouette fan, but it's like, well, I think the purple looks good. I think the quality of the shirt looks nice. I think I like this design. The design is cool. Maybe I can customize it myself, whatever. There it is. Bam, I just bought the merch. Other things besides that, I don't know, production of music, trailers, whatever else. I don't know. What else do they do? You tell us. I have no clue.
Everything is connected to the livers.
Yeah.
So, I like Nijisanji. I like being here.
Some people are loyal to the brand, though. Those people do exist. Why they're loyal to the brand, I have no idea. Like, some people are loyal to PlayStation, even though Xbox Game Pass is amazing. I play PlayStation all my life, but I look at Xbox Game Pass and I'm like, damn, that's a really good deal. Maybe I should get an Xbox. You know what I'm saying? So company loyalty does exist. It just depends on what other things are they providing besides just the talent. Like, is Nijisanji doing something else? I don't know. Whatever.
I love like poking fun at my company, lightheartedly. Sometimes getting bonked because management will be like, well, you know, don't poke too hard. And I'll be like, I just like have harsh love, you know.
And much like people in chat were saying, or just people in general, I like
this
the
Xbox has Spider-Man. LOL.
Like the talents, but management is a whole other story. I like Nijisanji when it comes to the talents only. I do not like the management, and that's not just because they struck me a couple months ago. But let me know what you all think about that down below.
I think that real issue with like saying management is like we don't know who they are and there's no accountability. So if they do make a mistake, we don't know who did it on the management side. I personally think we should maybe just give them VTuber models themselves. They don't have to actually show their face, but give them an identity. So at least we could say, hey, we don't like that you did this, because if we don't know who's the one making the issue, then pitchforks and torches for everybody. I'm not saying that's what should happen. I'm saying that is what happens, and we see it. Obviously, this wouldn't be an issue if that wasn't the case. So lack of accountability is pretty much step one on trying to fix it. I would say, hey, this is the management team. It's 5 of them. These are their VTuber models or whatever. Whatever. If you want to complain, send an email this way to this email specifically for whatever, and then have somebody sort through that shit. Literally, that's it.
Hello. As we move on over to Pandora, who
recently... basically, Anna was asking, do we like Nijisanji or something? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm checking it out as it goes.
Recently showed off a brand new outfit that looks amazing.
Yeah,
Lyra's
new outfit is
celebrating her birthday today.
Yeah.
I can't believe the Greek...
Okay, age restricted video. Okay, this is more just like some more news. Okay, let's check this out by false.
That being Sayu Synchronicity, an indie VTuber, formerly a corporate VTuber, as previously...
So, Zion used to work for Nijisanji, so apparently she has something to say.
She was Zion Lanza before her termination from Nijisanji English earlier this year. This indie VTuber now speaking on stream about her experiences with the company, beginning with her problems as an indie and what led her to join a corporation.
It really does feel like I'm not big enough to have rights or to have any respect, you know? And that was part of the reason I wanted to join the other corporations, you know? It's sad to admit, that's why I really want to be there. I was really disappointed that I couldn't be there because I was happy putting some distance between myself and some of the people who are watching because, like, I didn't have to deal with it, you know? I didn't have to deal with it. It wasn't my problem. I could say something and people would respect it. But now if I say something, I'm just another person and nobody cares. People think I'm joking or people just constantly make fun of me. A certain other corporation didn't appreciate me being me when I thought that...
There's a lot of unpacked here. I like to do things one at a time. Okay, so you wanted to join a corporation so you can get some more respect. Whatever you say goes. Honestly, bro, people are gonna clown you for whatever reason. Even if you worked at a big company, bro, if people want to clown you, they're gonna clown you. If you want respect on your name, you have to earn that shit. And if you think earning it is just joining a big company, I mean, you're sadly mistaken, bro. Like, joining the big company comes with different responsibilities. Like, you get some, sure, you get some like kudos because, oh my God, they joined the big company. But besides that, I mean, you left the company. You got terminated from the company. You didn't even leave. You got terminated, bro. So, like, whatever respect that they did have because you joined, you lost that respect because you were terminated. Versus you staying and then you graduating or you leave, whatever, but you got terminated. So that type of respect that you were looking for is automatically gone. Now you have to build your respect off something else, whether it's your art, whatever it's your comedy, your singing. I don't know what you do. Like, I joined the VTuber community after you were already gone, so I have no clue what you do. I don't know. Whatever you're good at, capitalize on that and build a fandom on that. If you're like an artist and then you start talking about politics, people don't care. People want to see your art. Now, if you were big on politics, then you can build a fan base around it. Like, I just started this news stream. People come in and say, news. But I like it. I like talking about the news. Is what I enjoy. And then later on, we'll do some hee ha ha. But right now, I just want to talk about the news. I don't like her personality. I don't think what she did is respectful. Like, see, there's somebody in here right now. They didn't like what you did. I don't know what you did, but, you know, that's what it is. Like, if you worked for 3 months and streamed less than 3 months, like, there it is. Like, I wasn't there, so I have no idea. I don't know if Arisu and Kim just are hating on you. I don't know if it's facts. I wasn't there. But if you want respect, bro, you got to get it by other means. There's multiple ways to gain respect, and joining a company is just one of them.
People just constantly make fun of me. A certain other corporation didn't appreciate me being me when I thought that somebody had finally thought that I was cool or good. If I was some corporate VTuber or whatever, you guys wouldn't, people wouldn't be able to make so many of those jokes. And that is the one thing that's really nice about that. And
bro, if you're corporate, people will make other jokes. People will make different types of jokes. People are gonna joke on you, bro. That's literally part of being an entertainer, and you know this. Like, maybe you don't like the jokes they're saying now, like, oh, you dropped out, or oh, you're a wash up. Now imagine if you join another corpo. Oh, look, she's jumping from corpo to corpo. She can't stay in one spot. They will make fun of you no matter what you do. You gotta try and block that shit out, bro.
It sucks that I have to be the one to say.
And it's okay that you're complaining about it too. A lot of people are gonna see you complaining about this and say, oh my God, what are you crying for? And you're gonna lose even more respect. I personally don't care. Say whatever you feel, but just remember, at the end of the day, people have their own problems. So if you constantly complain about yours, bro, people aren't going to respect you. And that's your big thing, right? You want respect. Stop bitching. If you really want respect, bro, you got to stop bitching. And that's just real shit.
Say it, but it really sucks a lot of the time, Sometimes you just want to play a game and not have everybody talk about everything else. That is the one thing that's nice about having those kinds of corporate chats, because everyone pays attention to what you do. People care about what you're doing on the screen. When you're an indie, no one cares, and it sucks. It's always been like that.
This indie VTuber.
I need to hear more, because what is she talking? I need an example of what she's talking about. Is she saying when she's playing the game on stream, people are talking about other things in your stream besides the game? So what are you doing it for? Like, you want to have a community, right? Like, sometimes they're not going to be interested in what you're playing. I don't know. Play something else. I don't like, what is this?
They talk about every.
Hold on. Let me hear this from the top.
I was some corporate VTuber.
Let me hear from the top. No stops.
They want to be there. The reason I wanted to join, I feel like I'm not
problems as an indie and what led her to join a corporation.
Let's hear it.
It really does feel like I'm not big enough to have rights or to have any respect.
I'm not big enough to have
the reason
rights.
I wanted to join the other corporations.
Bro.
It's sad to admit. That's why I really want to be there. I was really disappointed that I couldn't be there, because I was happy putting some distance between myself and some of the people who are watching, because I didn't have to deal with
she
it.
doesn't have respect
I didn't
to her
have to
own
deal with it. It
surroundings.
wasn't my problem. I could say something and people would respect it. But now if I say something, I'm just another person and nobody cares. People think I'm joking, or people just constantly make fun of me. A certain other corporation.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about when she's saying, like, people make fun? Like, what are you saying? Are you saying some serious stuff and people are going, LOL, play the game?
Me when I thought that somebody had finally thought that I was cool or good. If I was some corporate VTuber or whatever, you guys wouldn't, people wouldn't be able to make so many of those jokes. And that is the one thing that's really nice about that. And it sucks that I have to be the one to say it, but it really sucks a lot of the time, Sometimes you just want to play a game and not have everybody talk.
She's upset her community is not what she expects it to be, and she thinks being indie sucks so much. There are indies are, bro, what is she like? I don't really understand this. Like, you get respect by being in a corporate or whatever. Indie, you're just another indie. Bro, there are indies that have respect. Buff Puff has respect. Other indies that I've seen, you grow your community how you grow your community. The thing that I don't, this is my assumption on how you messed up with your community, bro. I don't know what you did before Niji. I didn't know you in Niji, but you had some group, right? And maybe you liked them, you enjoyed them, whatever, but you're like, I want to get a big break. You joined Niji, but then you left. So whatever you grew from Niji, whatever happened, like they said, you were in Niji for 3 months and you streamed less than 3 months worth of content. Bro, you showed up and then dipped out. I don't know what happened in between. I don't know. I have no idea. But you left an impact that people just don't like. And at that point, the only thing you can do is totally rebrand. Stop VTubing. Go to Flesh Tubing. Turn on a webcam. Don't talk about VTube stuff. And if that's all you like is VTube, then you're just gonna have to roll with the punches at this point.
About everything else. That is the one thing that's nice about having those kinds of corporate chats, because everyone pays attention to what you do. People care about what you're doing on the screen. When you're an indie, no one cares, you know? And it sucks. It's always been like that.
This indie VTuber going on to talk about how she feels backstabbed.
Okay, let me hear how do you feel backstabbed about Nijisanji? Because I've only heard what happened, and I only looked at it like briefly. I never jumped into it because I didn't care. But let me hear your side of the story. I like hearing both sides.
By other talents within the company.
You know, I really loved that group.
XOLA?
I really loved the people in that group. It sucked so much to be backstabbed by so many of them when I did so much behind the scenes for them, and I did so much to show them that I loved them and that I cared. Even though the company was going down, and even though different generations were going down, that generation was flopping, you know? I knew it was. You know, because I've been in indie for so long. I've been doing my own statistics. I was learning, you know, I learned how a lot of things worked, you know, and I learned how a lot of analytics and things worked, and I taught them a lot of what I knew. And not a single person could say something nice.
Continuing on, Synchronicity would talk about the...
I mean, when it comes down to VTuber drama, it's he said, she said. She says she taught them analytics. I don't think we're going to get a response from anybody on the Niji side. If we do, we'll dive more into it. But there it is. She says she taught them analytics, and they didn't say thank you or gave her respect. Or she said she did more, but she only named one thing. So I can only go off the one thing you said was analytics. If someone comes to me and they say, man, I've done so much for this person, and they name two things, okay, for what I know, you only did two things, and that's maybe because that's all you said.
Person could say something nice.
I mean,
Continue.
I mean, if that's the case, if that's really what it is, they really backstabbed you. I mean, bro, obviously they weren't really your friends then, because if they really your friends, they wouldn't backstab you, right? I mean, yeah. XOLA probably didn't launch good, but whatever. But everybody else in XOLA is still doing pretty relatively well, at least entertainment wise. I don't know about numbers. I don't care about numbers anymore. So numbers wise, they might be going down. Don't fucking know. Don't really care. Doppio's entertaining. Kodoka's entertaining. Melico's entertaining. Bear's entertaining. Like, I mean, there it is. Like Hex has come out, and now he has his own arc. His Filipino arc, like coming out, like, yeah, I speak Tagalog, like blah blah blah, like I'm being more open. Like everybody is doing their own thing in life. So it still seems like XLA is doing fine. Like just watching. I don't know about numbers, but just watching, it seems like they're doing all right.
Going on, Synchronicity would talk about the deep connections that she had made within Nijisanji.
I grew from nothing. I know what it's like, you know? A lot of people who became corporate VTubers do not know what it's like being an indie, you know? I don't even care at this point, man, you know? Were they allowed to? Yeah, they...
I mean, I have no idea. I heard, but I constantly heard, and I've seen a couple of them because people like to give me information that some of these people in these corporations were already doing pretty decently sized numbers before they joined. I don't know, but y'all let me know.
They were allowed to at least not you know, Kotoka said that she couldn't even wish her well. She couldn't even wish Zion well. Like on stream is what she said. I saw her in person and became friends with her in private before we ever had anything to do with each other. I went out of my way to meet up and teach her secrets and tell her things before, you know, before the debut. That just really sucks.
Bro, that's just how it works, man. Like, because you help somebody, do not expect to be helped back, bro. This is a dog eat dog world out here for a lot of people. For a lot of people, it's, hey, thanks for teaching me this. See you later, sucker. I'm not saying that's what Kodoka does or what she is, but I mean, if that's the case, that it just happens, bro. That's literally life. How do you think people get hired in corporate? They usually have to fuck somebody over. Look, there's multiple ways to have the tallest building, like this is just a metaphor. To get the tallest building in the world, you can either build it, you could steal the current tallest building from somebody else, or you could destroy everybody else's building and look, you have the tallest building and it's just a house. Sometimes people destroy other people's shit to get to the top. It's just how it is.
I loved her. I actually loved her a lot. I saw her as one of my best friends. Same with Finana.
Kotica spoke a lot with her.
That was actually the same thing. There was a reason that she was one of the few people that like Zion collaborated with alone, like in a solo collab, is because, you know.
Bro, her chat is, bro, fuck her as well, bro. Like, see, like, bro, you got to be careful with what you say. Excuse me. I think it's okay. I think it's fine that she name dropped, but if you're gonna name drop, you should at least say, "Don't go after this person." Like, I'm just stating my feelings. Don't go after them. Like, you gotta say that because Perp over here, Pipper up over here, he might just go around and go to Kotica's camp and be like, "Fuck you, you did Sayu or Zion dirty, blah blah blah, you dirty bitch, blah blah blah," and then that person's somebody in Kotica's chat's gonna see this guy, and then they're gonna find Sayu, and then everybody's gonna round up like, "Hey, Sayu's talking shit about Kotica," when really, I mean, she's not really talking shit. She's just stating her truth.
She met up with her in person. Had a good time together.
She's training her to take her spot. Yeah, kids. Maybe she did. Maybe she trained Kotica to take her spot. Maybe that could be a thing. I don't know.
Music festival, you know. I couldn't believe what she said, honestly.
This indie
I couldn't wish
VTuber
her well
going
right
on
now.
to
And then Sayu said backstabbing Kotica, even this day, is nice things about her. If Kotica till this day is still saying nice things about her, then I don't know why she's bringing up Kotica's name then.
elaborate on the difference between how she had returned and now other VTubers who have left the company.
Well, let's
Those
hear it.
VTubers
I like to
having
hear their
months
stories
to
as well.
prepare for their exit.
A lot of the people on the internet just go, "Why didn't I just wait to come back with like a full model and everything?" You know, like, could I afford that after what happened? No, I couldn't wait after the lawyer and all the stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm one of the people genuine enough to tell Corpo to go themselves, but then I at the end of the day, I have like nothing, you know. Like, I appreciate you guys a lot, and I don't want you guys to think I don't, you know. It's definitely not that.
Synchronicity continuing on to elaborate about the time when she was accepted into Nijisanji English.
You know how happy I was when I saw the email, you know? Wouldn't you be happy when you see an email that says, like, you know, some...
I think she's really upset about the fact that she's no longer there. Like, it just sounds like she really wishes she was back there. But at the same time, if you want to play ball with corporate, you got to play ball. Like you just said, you told them to go fuck themselves. Bro, corporate, indie, not the same thing, bro. Like, once you sign your contract, you basically say, "I belong to you." And if you start biting the hand that literally feeds you at this point because you signed over your rights, what do you think's going to happen? You think they're just going to let it go? Like, you got to be careful with what you say to who you say it to. If this is your boss, you don't tell your boss, "Go fuck yourself." Even if you really want to tell him that. You say, "I don't appreciate what's going on. We need to reevaluate. Can we talk about this?" And at the end of the day, you still got to ask, because you can't just demand shit once you sign your life over. You got to ask. Does it suck? Yes, but this is what you chose to do. You think being in a corporate, it gives you the right and the respect. Sure, you get the respect from normies and the fans and the people watching, but then you got to give respect to the person above you. And if you're not willing to do that, then you get let off the leash, bro. Like,
big corporate name, right? You would think, oh my god, they wouldn't email me for anything aside from accepting me, you know? Like, I was having a house party at the time, you know, with a bunch of IRL friends, you know, music.
She spent too much money on that?
I like ran down the stairs and I just like held up my phone to everybody with the email, and I was just like, you know, first I saw this and then I saw this, you know, in my email. I saw like one notification and I was like, oh my god. And then they were all like, holy shit. You know, and I felt like I let all them down. I told my parents I got into a good company, you know, and then I let them. I felt like
bro, you didn't let anyone down but yourself. Your parents, if they're good parents, they still love you whether you're in a corporation or not. As long as you're okay, as long as you're making money, as long as you're not on the streets doing drugs, I'm sure your parents are happy for you, bro. Like, is it embarrassing? Like, oh my God, I just got this cool new job. 3 months later, fired. Like, yeah, that's fucking embarrassing. But it is what it is, man. Not every job is for everybody. You did not fit in corporate. You didn't. If you think you can fit in corporate, try a different corporate. Maybe they won't take you because of your rap sheet. And at that point, you might as well just keep grinding till you can afford to create your own group like Merriweather did. I mean, Merriweather shows you can do it. Why don't you open up your own company at that point? Be the boss.
Let them down. I mean, not like they care, really. They don't, which is nice.
Oh, they don't.
But I could it was nice to finally tell my parents, like, oh, hey, that I finally found something that I could do that, a big company is willing to back me up on. Yeah, it's like you're great confirmation. It's like having somebody who, like some big group of people who have a lot of experience say, hey, we think you have something special, we think you're cool and that you deserve to be around in this.
Yeah, like resign from a job if it's not good for you. Not every job is good for you. The paycheck might be great. The clout might be great. Like, sure, but if it makes you go crazy, it's not worth it. Or if you're bending your own morals, then it's probably not worth it. Like, I was in the military. Military looks great. Ladies, man, whatever. You get the uniform, blah, blah, blah. But like, bro, the military wasn't for me. The people in there, they fucked it up. I don't want to stay. So I got out. Like, does it suck? It's like, man, I was in the military. Now I'm not. Yeah, sure, that sucks. People say, wow, you went from being in the military, now you just watch videos all day? Like, yeah, but I'm happy watching videos. So it's not even an issue. I still live my life because I enjoy what I do. It is what it is.
This, job or something.
This now indie VTuber continuing on and elaborating on her unfinished plans with Nijisanji.
That was really sad because I had this cute little thing planned out for Valentine's Day and then I didn't get to do it.
You for your surface.
You know what really sucked is that honestly I watched back a lot of my streams, and I already knew, but I watched back a lot of my streams. A lot of my streams, a lot of Zion's streams were some of my most creative times. Like I felt so much motivation. I was like, I can finally show people the world,
Bro, you can still do that. You can do that even more. I think I get it. She wants to show her ability and She wants to show how badass she is to as many people as possible. It's like the best way I could try and phrase it. Show off your ability to as many eyes as possible. And being in a corporate gave you a lot of eyes. And a lot of people that enjoy it, whether it was good or not, a lot more people are saying, yeah, it's great versus people saying it's not great. So maybe that's what it is. You feel like you're limited creatively being indie, or maybe it's not enough. The spotlight is not big enough, I guess. I don't know. I'm psychoanalyzing. Like she'd have to come out and say this shit.
And I felt so excited, and I was so
fit, muscular, and clean. Yes, Kim.
During each collab, during each video,
those barracks
so
Battlefield streams.
I'd think so much about what was happening on the screen.
Bro,
that
I know,
was making jokes, writing jokes in my head as I was streaming, like left and right. And
she was one of the popular ones in XLA until she fucked that up on her own actions.
Was so excited. I was like, I can do this. This is what I was doing, I was so happy to show people what I could do.
Now, with a few alerts kicking off in the background, she would speak to limitations in the job.
A lot of things were out of my control, and a lot of things were within my control, and I still f***ed it up, and it still makes me feel really bad, because how can I have confidence in myself thinking I f***ed up the dream that I wanted, right? But then at the same time, it wasn't the dream I wanted, right? Can't make these nuts jokes? Huh. I don't know if I could live that way. So maybe it wasn't the dream,
And
yeah, it wasn't. Like, you thought it was, and then you found out it wasn't. So find a new dream.
For debut, Nijisanji.
Let's hear this. I want to hear what Yugo has to say.
Member leaving with Yugo Asuma, with the then at the time Zion expressing
it was one of the best models ever, and now it's a waste.
This way.
You know what's funny? In the very beginning, a certain Zion said to a certain company,
I don't watch videos all day. I really don't. Like, the times you guys see me stream, that is when I'm really watching videos. Like, sometimes I'll watch them on the couch, but usually I'm not doing that.
This is treatment. I'm scared of being treated and ending up exactly like Yugo right after Yugo was graduated. And then a certain company said, no, that was totally different. That was a totally different situation. You guys are two different people.
Every situation is different.
And what bugged her was the fact that they were like, oh yeah, you're two different people. That has nothing. You have nothing to do with each other. I thought that was absolutely ridiculous because they were just trying to give some stupid company answer in order to deflect by just saying you're two different people, blah, blah, blah. You're two different people.
You are two different. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Was Yugo and Zion graduated for the same exact thing? If they were graduated for the same exact thing, they should get the same exact treatment. But if one graduated for one thing and one graduated for another, even if they are similar, it's not the same. So if it's not the same, you guys do not get the same punishment. Or whatever.
Two different people, same treatment, yeah.
And now this VTuber speaking to a very infamous percentage.
2% should be criminal, honestly. Yeah, it was funny because that was something that Zion didn't want to like reveal. You know, like when you reveal trade secrets and stuff, it's like, okay, that's getting in trouble, right?
Yeah, but Yugo graduated, right? Yeah, Yugo graduated. Zion was terminated, right? Those are two different things. So Yugo asked to graduate. Okay, well there it is. I don't know what Yugo did. Apparently you said a D's nuts joke or something else. I have no idea, but whatever you did was worse than what Yugo did, and that's why there it is.
You didn't even have to say it, right? Which was good because a lot
even if it was just a little worse, or if it was a lot or whatever, it's apparently worse in the eyes of Niji.
Other people weren't happy about that either, but yeah, that was 100% true. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you know, are the things that she's saying true?" And it's like there's so much to back it up that she didn't even have to try. Like she didn't even need to like put out evidence. Like so many other people had way better evidence and that had already existed. It was hilarious. It's like, gosh, she didn't even need to try, which is good because she really didn't want to at that point. Oh man, highway robbery.
This VTuber now currently continuing on with
if that 2% is real, that's some bullshit.
The subathon just hours ago, tweeting, "Thank you all for such a wonderful night tonight. It was such a blessing and honor to meet so many new faces and get to know you all and have you all here with our amazing community.
Music, yeah.
I hope we'll have many more fun times together. I'll keep trying to be better."
Then that's probably what it was.
That is next. We have VShojo's.
Okay, so there it is. The former Nijisanji talent speaking their truth.
Iron Mouse last night tweeting out, "I've been keeping JoJo's latest member and the world's most resilient VTuber." Before debut, taking to social media with numerous fake movie posters parodying Jurassic Park, Jaws, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, The Silence of the Lambs,
movies,
Mad Max Fury Road, E.T. For debut, we would receive a
on Instagram. That was on Instagram. That's crazy.
Along with even a feat.
That's crazy. This is on Instagram.
Most resilient VTuber. The Silence of the Lambs.
Oh no, this is on Twitter.
Become Momo. Going so far as to give us this
debut.
Work in progress, and even showing up in
what is this?
Model character illustrator Fluseller. That model based on this reference by Monster Girl encyclopedia artist K. Cross. Montara originally contacting that artist by the suggestion of another fellow peer. This VTuber from another agency, referencing Montara, this morning kicking off her second anniversary concert, which will have
what the fuck? That's pretty good, but it's creepy as shit.
Bye, honey.
Bye, honey, then going trending. Usan would react saying, "Congrats on your debut, Tara." That will be my favorite VTuber debut stream.
Okay. What else? Okay. All right. Well, apparently, Mata-Khan said that she used to be a movie star, but then she stopped because of burnout. I thought that we were going to talk about that, but here's something else. VShojo's newest VTuber announced.
So after days of VShojo posting hints and teasers towards what many thought would be a new VTuber, we finally have confirmation that it is indeed a brand new VTuber they are going to be debuting.
Okay, so this was a day ago.
I don't think people have ever really been wrong with their guesses. I mean, we guessed who Henya was, we guessed K9 Kuro, we guessed quite a bit of the VTubers, and they also leaked through VShojo themselves on their website. So, in this was case, I don't think Matara has leaked, but we know who it is. Okay.
I thought this was like another new announcement, like, bro, there's one more ex-Niji, like, damn, okay, sure, that's crazy, but all right, so that's the news, basically. Like, I already said everything I needed to say. The Roach Mom was awesome. Seiyu, keep grinding. Honestly, that's it. Just keep grinding, bro. I don't know. Keep grinding. And, everybody else, I hope you guys are having a great day. Outro. Bye.